Hey guys, Daniel Martin here, Marketing Manager for Cassie Infrared. Today I want to show you some awesome features on this brand new Patriot 3-ton model. Up front we have this locking toolbox, plenty of storage for all the tools you might need, your torch, extra tools you might need for the day's job. Here we have our 3-ton reclaimer with it's fully insulated all the way around. You can see our top loading doors up there. Right here you have access to your shovel doors. So easily take this open and you have your guillotine style gate here for your asphalt. So this is where your hot mix will come out of. You'll see it's at a great angle for putting your wheelbarrow right underneath, easy to shovel out, easy to clean up, and you have this guillotine style door shutting down on it. Here you have access to your 37,000 BTU burners. You see they're easily accessible. Any type of maintenance you might have to do, easy to get to. This allows for great airflow. And you'll see these burners are angled back this direction, which allows the air to really circulate through there and make sure everything is nice and toasty. Keep your hot mix up to plant temperature for a full day's work. In the front here, in the middle here, we have our 5 100-pound vapor draw cylinders. And then those cylinders are fed through that gas manifold. Through the regulators, you have regulators for the roadside and curbside of your reclaimer, and also the regulators that go back to the back to heat up your infrared chamber. Here we have this non-slip deck. This is a great safety feature. You have access to your battery box, tool storage area here. Here's your master disconnect switch. All you simply do is power this bad boy on, is flip this switch. Now we have full power back to the whole back of the Cassie. Of course, safety first, we have our fire extinguisher on board. Here we have our all digital controls. So we've refurbished this and made it all CAN bus style controls now. So now you have this computer that runs everything. With these simple 4 buttons, you're able to operate your roadside and your curbside blower, or excuse me, reclaimer, and you're able to operate your blowers for the back for your chamber here, all right from here. You have a standard temperature display. Right now it's not on, so it's only showing 93 degrees on both sides. Volt meter right here tells your current volts, the status of your blowers, whether they're on and off. And with a simple push of a button, we're able to go right here and click on our roadside and our curbside blowers. So very, very intuitive, very easy to use. You'll see here you have your connection for your battery charger. The battery charger is actually located on the back wall of this box here and in a sealed container, so you don't have any worry about banging into it, messing up your electronics, anything like that. Here you have your switch for your overhead work lights. Here's our compactor. So this is a Vibeco single drum vibratory roller that's actually on this hydraulic hydraulic lift deck right here. So easily goes up and down, allows you to take the roller off, put it to work, put it right back for compact and secure storage right here on the Cassie Patriot itself. You have your controls for your chamber to lift it down. You have your controls for your compactor lift right here. Controls for your elevator on your chamber, which actually raises the bottom part of it up and down. We have an onboard 35-gallon water storage tank as well, so you have plenty of water for your roller. You'll see we also have our directional arrow board up top, if you're able to see that in this shot. And then back here we have the business end of the infrared machine. So this is our patented design with our 8 rows of converters. So we have 8 bottom converters, 8 top converters. These bottom converters are fed through this gas manifold right here, up through here, and then finally to here. And these are our again, patented converters with our Inconel grids. These are the parts that glow bright red when you see the Cassie working. And if you follow me around to this side, over here we have a hydraulic dump box. Easily accessible, that way you can lower these gates to get to everything. It's a great space to store your wheelbarrow, all types of things, but really it's for your waste products, so you're able to haul them back to the wrap pile, haul them back to your yard, dispose of them, not on the side of the road. Up here we have our hydraulic controls. These are for our chamber doors, which actually hydraulically open in the front and back right there, and then the tilt for our dump box. So we're gonna go fire this bad boy up and then we'll show you how all these work. All right guys, as I mentioned, now we're gonna show you how everything works here on this Cassie. So we're gonna show you first opening our doors for our reclaimer. This is where we're gonna load the asphalt at the hot mix plant. So to open these doors, we're simply going to move the hydraulic lever here, and we're gonna open our rear door, and then we're gonna open our front door. You see how simple these are to operate. You can see the insulation that's up in the top too that really hold that heat in. Now to close these doors, we're simply gonna reverse the process. So all we're gonna do is close our front door, and then we're gonna close our rear door. And you can see they overlap each other slightly as well. Again, we're doing everything we can to keep that heat in there, make sure we're keeping that asphalt up to plant temperature. So that brings us then to our other control here, which you'll see right here. This is for our dump box. So our dump box is simply open it up, and you have two latches here. You can put pins in there. I took them out for the sake of this, but you can see how easy it is to dump your waste material. You're not going to get it on your truck with the door here and everything. And again, to close that, we're simply going to reverse the process. It's easy as that. So that'll bring us around to the other side here. Again, you'll see our chamber. And one thing I wanted to point out on our chamber too, we do have this heat shield here that is protecting the propane lines that go into the manifold in the back. So this manifold actually goes into all these unions you'll see here. And one important thing you always want to check too on a daily startup is these connections right here. So these bottom converters should all be incredibly tight. So, you know, every few days when you're starting it up, you definitely want to check those. And you also want to inspect your grids for damage. So having a grid with these perforations is exactly what you want. If you have ones with big holes that are coming out because you've been heating over seal coat or crack fill with the rubber in it, something like that, or over time even, these can wear out. But you do want to inspect these visually because having them glow evenly is what's going to give you the most even heat. So once we have lit up the chamber, which we'll show you in a little bit here, to lower it down onto your surface you're working is very, very simple. So the first thing we're going to want to do is raise up our chamber because we want to raise it over those marks there. That's all we need to do is get it up that high. And then we want to tilt our chamber down, which is as simple as lowering this lever. Now, to get it all the way to the bottom, you'll see it slides on that track there. So we'll want it all the way down, pitched down, for when we're going to put it all the way down. So then we're going to lower our chamber all the way down. And this is what's going to allow you to effectively heat the area that you're working on. You'll see there's little feet at the front of the chamber. It's recommended, you know, we heat evenly, so that helps you, you know, with your even heat distribution. Now, say you were going over a lot of old coal tar or seal coat or things along that line. One of the things you can do to effectively raise up your chamber is simply raise it up like this. Now you're off the ground a little bit more. Your heat time will go up a little bit when you're doing this because you're not as close to the repair surface, but you can allow for some of that smoke to escape. And we're gonna edit that part out because it sounded like shit. Now, to put our chamber back up, it's as simple as raising it right back up. Now, one important thing to note when we're raising it back up, we want to watch where we are, and we want to make sure that we raise it again and lock it in place. So it's important to have it locked in place when you're traveling from job site to job site. If you are just moving from one repair area to the next in a sequential area, then you don't have as much to worry about. This chamber is supported on these hydraulic rams, so it's very robust. But going down the road, definitely want to make sure that you have it locked into place. So to lock it into place, we're simply gonna drop it back on these tabs here. And it's as simple as that. All right, guys, now we're gonna show you a great feature of this Cassie Infrared. Again, we have the built-in Vibeco roller. Again, truly a business on wheels here for all your infrared asphalt repairs. So to access your roller, it's very, very simple. So we have these two locking mechanisms that are right here, one in the back, one in the front as I showed you here, and then we have this switch to run your compactor lift. So this compactor is secured into place by these, so what we'll do is we'll simply bring it up just a little bit, that'll release the pressure on it, and then we'll simply pop off the first safety, and then top off our one in the back. And then all we have to do is lower it down here. So you see how smooth and easy it comes down. And then you have these two pins that come out very easily, and you have your ramp for your roller. So then all you have to do is turn on your roller, roll it right out, and it's ready to go to work for you. Simply roll it, drive it right back in, roll it in and lock it in place, and you're good to go, move on to the next job. So all you have to do then is simply put these two pins right back in, and you're good to go. Now, to secure the roller, very, very easy. All we have to do is simply bring it back up into place, and you'll see here, it simply locks right in. So you want to make sure it's locked in the back too, which this one is. And then we just want to tension it down so it's resting on this steel and not on your hydraulic ram. So some more awesome features. Here we're up here on our platform. Here's where our bottle rack is. Here's where you have quick access to all of your on-off valves for your propane cylinders for easy filling as well. And again, this is feeding this manifold back here, which feeds our regulators for both our chamber and our reclaimer. Now up here too, we have this innovative non-stick, very, very rugged flooring. Make sure that it's very safe when your operators are up here, your employees are up here, you're up here. Make sure that you don't slip and fall. Also, this hatch here is where your batteries are located. So you're gonna have 4 deep cycle marine batteries that are wired in parallel for your 12 volts. This is all of your power needs to run your Cassie Infrared. So one of the other really cool features about the Cassie Patriot here is we have an onboard truck charging as well. So this is gonna charge your battery, your whole battery bank from the truck. So once you get going for the day, after you've disconnected and you're driving from job site to job site, great idea to flip on your truck charge. Just keep your batteries topped off always. Make sure you're putting out 12 volts.